Welcome back, everyone. We are back with another Nova Online breakdown video. This week for Nova has been another interesting one. We are currently seeing a neighbor of Nova's exposing him for how truly disgusting he is. There have been a lot of text conversations between a TikToker named lolcowkilla and the neighbor of Nova's. The text message exchange between the two have revealed even more nasty behaviors of Nova, and today we're going to look at a few of those. The first messages that we're going to look at, which are on screen right now, starts off with lolcowkilla saying this: "Brother, I feel you. That's absolutely disgusting, but I remembered another question I had for you. It was regards to a video I posted a month or two ago when he was outside. Was all of this trash out there for long?" And then we can see that lolcowkilla sent a photo of Nova's backyard, and we can see how putrid it looks with the mountains of trash scattered across his backyard. And I mean, look at this. This is deplorable. Nova has created so much trash and garbage, and he's too lazy to fix the situation in any kind of way. He never picks up after himself or throws anything away, so it all just festers in his room, in his kitchen, his living room, and even outside, where other people have to look at this disgusting mess. But with the conversation, the neighbor responds with, yeah, he's too lazy to throw his stuff away. His aunt actually comes over almost once a week to make him clean up for an hour or so. He throws a little tantrum every time, which is comical and not shocking in the slightest. When someone tells Nova to do something to try and make his situation better, he has a childlike tantrum and whines about it. I mean, can you really expect anything different? This is the same dude who freaks out and loses his mind when another one of his degenerate Discord servers gets hacked and destroyed. And from the status of his home, I'm not in the slightest bit surprised that he has a tantrum when he's told to pick his shit up. It's actually pretty sad when you think about the fact that he has an elderly mother who likely can't get around very well, and it makes it all the worse when you have a 21-year-old degenerate son making TikToks and being a creep online instead of actually providing to the household by getting a job and cleaning up his slop-infested room. Because we know that Nova is contributing to this mess. We would be foolish to think otherwise. He's always getting fast food and goofy-ass toys sent to the house, and it would be shocking to think that he hasn't contributed more than half of this mess. But now we go on to the next text thread where lolcowkilla is asked by the neighbor if he's aware of Bloodspeth. Bloodspeth, if you guys don't know, which I'm sure you already do, but just in case, he is probably the YouTuber that Nova hates the most, because Bloodspeth documents Nova's disgusting activities and he gets real deep with them. So, you know, he does amazing work and Nova hates his guts for it. So Nova's neighbor asks lolcowkilla if he knows who Bloodspeth is, to which he replies, yes, I'm talking to him right now. And then the neighbor says that the agent was asking Nova a lot about him. His name came up a lot in the conversation, especially when he asked Nova about his hit list and why it was in red writing. Now this is very telling, and I'm going to show y'all another photo real quick, and this photo is apparently of a law enforcement agent and Nova having a conversation. And in this conversation, the list of YouTubers that Nova made that had my name in it along with 20 other YouTubers was brought up, and according to Nova's neighbor, Bloodspeth was brought up and questioned why his name was in red. This list that Nova made wasn't anything that frightened any of these YouTubers, I would imagine. It sure didn't make me start quivering and shaking in my boots, but it could be seen as something more than just a hate list, and that's why Nova probably got questioned on it. Especially with Bloodspeth's name in red, that's pretty creepy in itself, but regardless of that, Nova was questioned by this supposed agent, and I wish we could hear what the conversation entailed, but of course there's only a picture here. The last picture I wanted to show y'all is one of the most recent leaks from lolcowkilla, and from how it's laid out, apparently Nova's mother fell and couldn't help herself, and so they had to get the fire department over to the house. And then of course we can see the big orange cheese ball to the left here, offering zero assistance to his elderly mother, and this is really sad to see. The fact that he couldn't help his own mom and he had to get the fire department over to the house, it's pretty pathetic. But yeah, these were some crazy leaks from Nova's neighbor, giving us a lot more information about Nova's home life and how disgusting he truly is. And if you think Nova was silent about this whole ordeal, you'd be wrong. Nova made a very explosive post regarding his neighbor on his second account, so let's watch that.
Okay, I normally make a text post when I'm pissed off, but my neighbor, if you're watching this, what the actual fuck is wrong with you for making lies about me? Seriously, fuck.
Lies, you say, Nova. Is there any evidence you have to disprove that? Were you not talking to a law enforcement agent? Did your mother not fall down, and did you not have the fire department over there? And is your backyard not a disgusting crap-filled mess? Do you have anything to prove the contrary? Because we have a lot of photo evidence showing that your neighbor is telling the truth. If you do, please come out with a video proving that all of it was fake and not real. We don't want to see your mother falling down and you failing to assist her, and we really don't want to see that nasty-ass backyard of yours. But with all of this information known, we also have another new update with Nova, and that is that he finally got his bike fixed. You know, the one that he was apparently saving up for to get fixed, but then he bought a MacBook before doing that because he said it was going to be for his Nova cords, which makes zero sense. But yes, Nova finally got his bike fixed, and he posted a video of him driving to the convenience store to get himself some dinner. Not actually what he said he was going to be using that bike for, which was DoorDash. We still haven't seen him actually do any DoorDash, but of course he had to zoom over to the nearest convenience store to get himself some dinner, so let's watch that.
Let's go ahead and find dinner at a convenience store, and I'm taking the trike there. Alright. That's right. Okay, I'm getting better at controlling this thing with one hand. Also guys, don't be like me. Don't bike and film a TikTok at the same time. All right, we have arrived. Let's go ahead, pull into the parking lot here, and let's get some food. We're here, as I said.
I couldn't imagine just driving down the road and you look to your left and you see Nova pedaling as hard as he can, reaching a measly 4.5 miles per hour with a basket full of goodies he just secured from the local convenience store. That's just extremely silly to think about. But Nova, did you not say that this bike was for door dashing? Why haven't you shown yourself actually doing any orders yet? This is because you're not actually door dashing with that bike and you just wanted people to buy your cameos so you could fix your bike to go and get yourself more food? You could actually be contributing to society, Nova, instead of being a festering pile of lard. You could actually be doing something productive, but we haven't seen any door dashing going on, so what is that?
Okay, I'm back home now. I would have shown you what I got at the store itself, but the footage got corrupted, so I'm just going to show you everything I got here. For a review, I got the new Simply Naked Doritos in both nacho cheese and Cool Ranch. I didn't get the Cheetos because, one, I'm not a big fan of Cheetos, and two, I can't simply put it in 3 food products in one video.
What does that even mean? You can review 2 of the same product, but you can't manage a third? What kind of logic even is that? First off, Noah, no one cares what you got from the store. That isn't any kind of update people care to see. We'd like to actually see you address what your neighbor exposed about you instead of doing your usual defense tactic of denying everything, acting like Roderick from Diary of a Wimpy Kid with a deny logic. Actually address what your neighbor exposed about you, and also get a job. I know those 2 things don't exactly correlate, but that's also another thing you should be doing. Quit being an unemployed zombie and actually do something. Maybe with that shiny new bike you just fixed.
For dinner, I got myself a Supreme Personal Pizza, along with some cheddar bacon potato skins. I, of course, got a Pepsi. You know, gotta pay my dues. Got some Mike and Ike for dessert. And another thing for a review, the new Sudachi Lime Red Bull. And if you don't know, I have a rule that if I buy a Red Bull, I have to buy a Monster twice the size. Got that too. I also got another item, but I had to eat it before it melted, so take a guess at what it is. Novine Universe, signing off.
An entire ice cream cake. That'll be my guess. Also, I can't even wrap my head around that stupid-ass comment he made about when he buys a Red Bull, he simply must buy a Monster twice the size. That shouldn't be a rule for anyone, especially not you, Nova. What do you need with all that caffeine? You don't do anything. You're a blob. You don't do anything. What could those energy drinks do for you except lacerate your heart? But with that, we have another installment of Sad Boy Eats from Nova that we're going to be looking at today, where once again Nova complains and pounds back an obscene amount of fast food. So let's get into it.
Welcome back to Sad Boy Eats, where Sad Boy, I eat. Something bad happened today, so that's why I'm Sad Boy. Enough said. What did the 2 a.m. munchies call for that makes me feel like it would cheer me up? Canes.
Another pathetic sympathy-baiting display from Nova, just weeping and whining about another stupid thing that went wrong in his life, like maybe he got banned from Discord or the local Walmart. Just something stupid to make him whine and mope and post another video of him being sad on camera. Incredibly ridiculous and pathetic.
First up, we got Cane's Fries. If you're a long-time viewer, you know how much I'm not a big fan of these. Exclusive property of the Novine Universe on TikTok and YouTube. Just so bland and not crispy, even though I asked for these to be crispy. And they completely messed up my fucking order. I ordered naked tenders, and they gave me regular. Forget Sad Boy Eats, I'm becoming a bit of an angry boy right now. It seems like the only thing they managed to get right was my extra slaw.
The way Nova talks is really strange and stomach-churning. To be a 21-year-old man and calling yourself a sad boy and then an angry boy after something goes wrong with your fast food, that is really indicative of Nova's mindset. He acts like a child, the way he talks, the way he reacts to negative situations. It's really frightening to see how he responds to situations, because he acts like a child, and he's not. This is, again, a 21-year-old man. He can vote, he can drink and smoke, he can do all of the things that adults have access to, and he talks and acts like a child. And I think that is both weird and nerve-wracking, especially with a rap sheet like Nova's.
I know a lot of people hate the coleslaw at Cane's. But that's personally one of my favorite items. Alright, now let's try the toast. Ooh, they even boxed it for me. They even asked for that. That can cheer a sad boy up. Alright, let's try my not naked tenders. It's good, it's just I wanted naked tenders. So, did it cheer a sad boy up? No, because they got my order completely wrong. Did it taste good? Yes. But still, they got my order wrong, so it did not cheer a sad boy up. Novine Universe signing off. I'm gonna go request a refund from DoorDash now.
I think that's super stupid and scummy. Nova literally admitted that he liked the food and it tasted good, but then he said he's going to request a refund from DoorDash because they got his order completely wrong, which is a load of garbage. All they did was give you regular tenders instead of naked ones. That's not completely wrong, and you think you have the right to request a refund for that. That's even more pathetic, Nova. You literally said that you liked the food, but you still think it's fair for you to get a refund? Don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan when restaurants mess up my food, but if I enjoy the food anyways, what's the harm? Nova is a professional victim. Everything is always someone else's fault and never his own. But that's all I got for you guys today. Another insane update with Nova, and with, now his neighbor exposing him for being a disgusting person to live next to. I think we'll continue to see more from Nova's neighbor the more weird stuff Nova gets into. Shout out to lolcowkilla on TikTok for all of this information. This was very key to continuing to cover Nova and building a profile on who he is as a person, so shout out to him. But that'll be it for me today. I hope y'all enjoyed another video. If you did, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe. I hope to see y'all in the next one. Deuces.